Hi, my name's Jen Sale. I'm the founder and CEO of the Sale Ranch Animal Sanctuary in Temecula, California. A little over 6 years ago, my husband Dave and I moved to Temecula with the intent to start a horse rescue. And about 3 years into it, we received a phone call that forever changed the mission of Sale Ranch. The phone call that we received were for 2 newborn goat kids that were literally thrown away. Babies born into the dairy industry suffer a horrendous fate. Dairy babies are born for the sole purpose for their mother's milk to be sold to people. Because the boys will never produce milk, they're unwanted. So oftentimes they're destroyed. If not destroyed, they are pulled away from their mother and sold off to the meat industry for pennies. Females are kept, but they're also removed from their moms because they don't want them drinking the profit. We step in and we save the babies that we responsibly can. They come to us so incredibly sick because they've been taken from their moms. They do not receive the first milk. It's full of their antibodies. They're born without an immune system. And then when they're discarded, they're put in these places that are really dirty. By the time they make their way to Sale Ranch, they are critically sick. And we do everything we possibly can. We can do this because we have an amazing team around us. I have a background in nursing, which helps me care for these critically sick babies. We have such committed vets that are there for us 24 hours a day. These people are the most talented, compassionate people that are available to us so that we can offer refuge to those that need it so desperately. So in learning the plight of animals in our food industry, I realized that they were seen as things, but they're not. They feel pain, they feel joy, they know peace, and they know stress. And they're individuals with their own stories. Cherry Blossom was born into really filthy conditions, and she developed something called sarcoptic mange, which is like the grossest, nastiest thing. That's actually what saved her life, because she was so sick that the farmer actually turned her into an animal shelter as a stray animal. Through that action, we were alerted to her need. She was literally shutting down and dying. Her skin was totally ripped off. She was one huge scab. We were alerted to her need on Easter Sunday. Fast forward a year, she's a healthy piglet. Her best friends are cows. I don't even know if she knows she's a pig. She's smart, she's beautiful, and the fact that she's a year old, she's actually already outlived her lifespan. Piggies are harvested at 6 months of age. I rescued baby Faith at a meat auction for slaughter. She was curled up in the corner of a pen with other calves. She was very sick. I didn't think she was gonna make it. Thankfully, we were there that day because we were able to get her back to the ranch where she spent the first 2.5 weeks of her life inside the house, receiving around-the-clock medical care. Because of an amazing will to live and an amazing vet team, we were able to bring her through. Faithy was born a twin, and her twin was a brother, rendering her at a really high chance of sterility. Because if she can't become pregnant, she's not going to have a baby, which means she's not going to produce milk to be sold. Therefore, in the dairy industry, there's no worth for her. So she would have been sold off to the meat industry. Mr. Willy Nelson, is one of our horses that came to us last summer. He was purchased by another rescue from a feedlot, which is a place where horses go that have been sold for slaughter. And they hauled him across the country in horrid conditions. He was starving to death. He was not thriving and not receiving the care that he needed. Because we specialize in medical cases, I reached out to see if he would have a better chance here. And thankfully, Mr. Will came over here. Will was the skinniest horse I've ever seen. He was in critical shape. He was in the beginning of renal failure from starvation. How he was even alive was just the sheer will. Thankfully, he is totally healthy. He hangs out with his BFFs, Eddie Van Halen and Ray Charles. He never has to worry about where his next meal is going to come from, and all he knows for the rest of his life is love and kindness. One of the things that I'm so proud about is that we connect our rescued animals with rescued human beings to help them heal. Once the animals come to Sail Ranch and we get them healthy and happy, those who appreciate attention from people, we actually connect them to our community. And they are amazing, beautiful ambassadors of kindness and compassion. There's such a parallel between foster kids and animals that have been abused and neglected, that the bond is magical and it's powerful. And I'm so grateful that we're able to help them heal. Offering refuge to the most neediest of animals, to those with special needs, medical issues that come here in crisis, is incredibly expensive. Not just financially, but emotionally. We have an amazing team of people to ensure that the animals are here that are not just alive, but thriving. We can't do this alone. So I really believe that everyday people like you and me, when we come together, we can do extraordinary things. They're beautiful, living, breathing beings that are worthy of kindness and they're worthy of compassion. It doesn't matter if we have 2 legs or 4. We are all worthy of kindness.